welcome to Obscure Depths MLB Preview, the Baltimore Orioles. This is a young team that had a great year last year, finished second in the division. But you know what? I think they are going to take a step back. This division is too deep. You put all these teams in this division in a blender, somebody's got to come out on the bottom. I think it's going to be the Orioles this year. I think they're going to go finish fifth in this division. I don't think it's going to be a big coup. I think they're still going to have a great record. I just think they're young and they need to solidify things a lot more. So they're gonna be competitive, but they're just not gonna. They're gonna finish fifth in the division. I like this team. I know it's weird to say about a team that's in fifth place, but let's just go around the infield. Matt Wieters behind the plate, good young catcher, getting better, I think. Chris Davis had a great resurgent year. He had the year that everybody thought he was going to finally have last year. He's going to be the man at first now that Mark Reynolds is gone. Brian Roberts, Mr. Can't Stay Healthy, at second. They got Alexi Casilla to back him up. Alexi finally stole 20 bases like everybody knew he could last year. He might be able to do that again if Roberts can't stay healthy. J.J. Hardy, not a great batting average guy, but can hit the ball out of the ballpark. Great shortstop, great guy, great team guy. Manny Machado at third base, young player who had really excited, really invigorated this team last year. I look for him to have a decent year. Don't think he's going to go out there and hit 320 and 30 home runs or anything, but I think he's going to have a good year. Not a great year, but a good year, so don't get too excited yet. Nate McLaughlin left, had a little bit of a up and down year, didn't play a whole lot in the majors last year, only 71 games. I think he could have a decent year, and I got Nolan Reimold also out there left, who had a really good year until he had all those awful neck problems. They also got Trayvon Robinson from Seattle, so he's going to maybe not start the year in the majors, but he's a potential nice guy to have out there. Nice guy to have in your system to back up your outfielders. I got Adam Jones, in center. 30 home runs last year, 82 RBIs. I think he'll probably do that type of thing again this year. I think he might have a little bit of a downgrade from that 287 batting average, excuse me. But I think, he played in every game last year, so I think he has the potential to be a really good player. We all know that. I think he's going to have another great season, but I don't think that he is going to lead this team. I think he's going to be the man on this team, and pitchers are going to know how to pitch to him. So I think that's going to work against him this year. Nick Markakis in left and right, we all know what Nick can do. He's a 290 batting average guy. 102 games, only 54 RBIs. But you know what? Nick is a great player, great batting average guy. He's not going to hit you 30 home runs, but he's going to hit you 15 to 20. Great guy to have in the lineup. Great guy to have in your three-hole. I look for him to hit third. Adam Jones, to probably hit cleanup behind him. That's a nice little nucleus, but that's going to be a little, I think, hard for this team to stay in contention with the rest of the teams in this division. I think they got a good team, good young team, and they're going to have a better record than a lot of AL teams, just going to finish fifth in division. Jason Hamill, here's a guy that's bounced around a lot. Finally probably found a home in Baltimore. I look for him to have a good year. He missed some time last year. If he could stay healthy, he'll probably have a pretty good year. Wei Yen Chen, the number 2 spot in the rotation. I think he's going to have another good year. 12 wins again, yeah, probably that could happen. Miguel Gonzalez, one of their young arms. I like this kid. I think he'll have a decent year. Chris Tillman, another young arm. Jair Jurgen, Zach Britton, Jake Arrieta, Dylan Bundy. This team has a lot of pitching depth, but they are so young. So I think that's kind of the main reason why I don't like them in this division. It's a tough division, and these guys just need some experience. Probably have Wilson Bedment hitting DH most of the year. They might bring in another bat, I think, to supplement that a little bit. But you also got Danny Valencia backing up at third. He's a good player. He's been around, so he's a quality player to have in your system. Let's go to the bullpen. Jim Johnson had a great year last year. 51 saves. Not a great prototypical closer, not your shutdown strikeout type of closer, but still a pretty good closer nonetheless. Pedro Strop. I love this kid. I think he is the best reliever in the AL. Closers included. This kid is awesome. I look for him to have an amazing year. If Jim Johnson struggles at closer, this guy is going to step right in and be awesome. But for now, he's a setup man. Had a great year last year. I think he's going to be even better this year. This kid is amazing. Love this kid. I cannot say enough good things about him. He just has great numbers. The numbers don't really jump out at you in terms of, 58 Ks and 66 innings. But you know what? 244 batting average for a first year in the majors as a reliever. That's pretty darn good. 244 ERA, excuse me. First year for a reliever in the majors is pretty darn good. I think he's going to have an even better ERA this year. Love the kid. Their bullpen kind of stops there. They got Darren O'Day, who's a quality veteran guy. Luis Ayala, who's another veteran guy. Brian Mattis is probably going to start the year in the pen. He's a failed starter, so same thing with Tommy Hunter. So this team does have pitching depth, and Mattis and Hunter certainly have experience. But right now they're listed in the bullpen, so that's a nice to have since they're settling on those guys going to the bullpen. But this team is still a 2 years away. I mean, I know they just got second in the division last year, but I think this team is 2 years away from being a really good team, especially in that division. This has been Obscure Depths Baltimore Orioles preview. Thank you for listening, and have a good day.